Jerone Hill is from California. He likes to read books and he likes to help and motivate kids to do great. Everybody give it up for Jerone Hill.
Yeah, I'm running out with 100. Nothing left. 100. Tell nothing left. All I really know is 100.
I see y'all getting live over here, right? Can I see y'all get? Can I see a little bit more? Come on.
All I really know is 100.
How about this side? In the middle. Can y'all get down? All right, let's go. 1, 2, 3. Hey, they're definitely louder. They're definitely louder. Well, check it out, guys. I only have about 15 minutes, so I want to honor my time. All right. I want first and foremost to say thank you so much, Freddy B, for the invitation. Everybody, all the administration from Welch Middle School, I really appreciate you guys just allowing me to come out and be here. And not only that, just doing this for the kids. It's amazing. It's amazing. So check it out. Just like it was said, I'm from California. Originally, I was born and raised there, the Bay Area. Went to school there, graduated there, all that good stuff. Had an amazing, amazing time. I moved here about 3 years ago, and one of the reasons why we moved here was actually some people in my wife's family were sick. And what ended up happening was we found out that the person that was sick in her family didn't have too much time to live. And as we were here, we didn't know what to expect. First, we thought, man, you know what, she can go any minute. It was actually her mom. And I don't know if you guys have lost a lot of people, but when it's somebody as close as like your mom, you're just like, man, dude, what am I gonna do? How do I prepare for this? And I just want you guys to know, there are certain things in your life you feel like, man, dude, I can't prepare for. But there are certain things in life I want you guys to know that you can prepare for. Now, after about 6 months of being in the hospital, I want you guys to know that it turned out that she made it through. Okay? Everybody, yes, give it up, right? She spent another several months in there. She ended up getting her leg amputated. And so it was a whole new lifestyle she had to go through. But let me tell you guys something. She began to train hard to get her life back. And I began to think about my life because I just want you guys to know, I used to think I had it hard, actually for a lot. For a lot of time, I was born in a bad neighborhood. It was called East Palo Alto, California. You guys don't know where it's at. You probably don't know about it. But in the 90s, all right, I was about your age in here. In the 90s, it was the murder capital of the world. Okay? And so it just so happens that you had a lot of people that passed away. Let me tell you, my first friend passed away at 10 years old. 10 years old. Actually, and the crazy part about it was he was trying to go, and I remember we were playing basketball. We'd go to the park. You know, there were a lot of places that wasn't safe, so we would actually hop the fence and play basketball at the school grounds because even though the school grounds were closed, it was safe. But I remember us playing basketball. I remember us doing different things. And I remember getting the invitation. He said, hey, Jerome, we should go to this sleepover, right? Because sleepovers that's where it's at, right? Right? Sleepovers, right? We should go to this sleepover. And I was like, nah, man, I don't really know if I want to go. And he said, but Jerome, do you know whose house it's going to be at? And I said, whose house is it going to be at? What he was getting at was, man, we can do whatever we want here. There ain't gonna be that many people watching us. And where he was trying to go, I want you guys to know where he was trying to go. I want you to know I had some people in my life that wouldn't allow me to go there. But he was at that slumber party. It just so happened that that hot house ended up catching on fire. And he couldn't make it out. My second friend passed away at 12 years old. And the crazy part about it is I know there are people in here that are 12 years old. If you're 12 years old, raise your hand. So check this out. My second friend that passed away, his name was Jason. 12 years old. At 12 years old, I want you to know that he had an opportunity to do some amazing different things. I remember having conversations with him, and these conversations that I had with him usually went like, hey man, why are you constantly getting into it with him? And they said, man, I can't be no punk, man. They're constantly trying to punk me. I got something I gotta prove. And I'm like, man, okay, I feel what you're saying. But you have to understand that this guy that was real close to me, you guys gotta understand, he would like to rock, which is hang out with the wrong crew. Remember, I told you guys, my city was a murder capital actually in the 90s. In the U.S., it was. And so there was a lot of things that was there that wasn't supposed to be there. There are a lot of people that were doing stuff there that they shouldn't have been doing. But because they didn't have, a lot of people didn't have different things, different people to look up to. They began to look up to the people that they saw in the videos. They began to look up to the people that were on the corner. They began to look up to the wrong people. And that's exactly what he began to do. After a while, guess what he began to do? He started posing. Y'all know what that is. Acting hard. Going to different people, actually trying to hold something, if you guys get what I'm saying. And then one day somebody went up to him and said, hey, I want to buy something. Now we gotta keep it low here, okay? And guess what? Because he was hanging around with the wrong crew, they mistook him for doing the wrong things. He wasn't even doing it. He was trying to act like he was doing it. But because he was hanging out with the wrong crowd, people begin to mistake him and begin to say, hey, well, I guess if this is who you're hanging out with, then this is who you are. And his life ended up getting taken. Now, I'm sharing these stories with you guys this way. Because both one of those stories, I can tell you more stories about people in high school that were trying to go from party to party. People that are going from in college. I mean, there are so many different stories of different people making bad decisions. But in each and every one, I guarantee you most of the time, the people that I grew up with that ended up getting hurt, that ended up perhaps maybe passing away, usually what happened, it was because they were trying to fit in. They ended up getting hurt. They ended up losing out on opportunities. They ended up either not going to college because they were so concerned about trying to be in, trying to be like everybody else. Now everybody said it's 2018. Everybody just lit up and everybody was screaming, yes, 2018, it's a new year. We had a whole bunch of people up here that was on the honor roll. And people were like, come on, give it up to him. And there was only a couple people that were clapping. But I want you guys to know in here, they're doing it right.